You see this cantankerous PNP party, yeah, we don't have nothing like structure or organization. You don't see that party, yeah, you don't see what they're going, you don't see that British thing there. Yo, the PNP will destroy Jamaica again with thief and criminality and lies. Hello, my people. You all know me. I have no time to suck up to the politics or to lie for any party. I will tell you the truth. Although I rightfully cuss him so much and he probably wants to punch me in my mouth, but I don't care. Brogad is the best bet for Jamaica right now. I am no suck up to guy. No, I am no suck up to guy. So when I speak, you know it's not partisan politics. If you vote out the JLP, the country will be like the end duck. If you keep the JLP, the country will be a suck up to the white man as usual. But just like some of our Caribbean neighbors, like Bahamas and so on, little food we eat, and the slaves might even forget that they are slaves. We get little better, maybe a lot better in comparison. We might even see foreigners that come here to look work. We do not have the ideal political party in Jamaica, for these men have fear for having balls, all of them on both sides. They tremble abroad and call themselves God a yard. For this reason, they are both idiot parties, but one is still better than the other. Besides, one is completely dunce, so so much that they have to rely on lies, distraction, and propaganda, and the other can literally explain intelligently about the paths they take. But I mean the conventional paths that satisfies the white supremacist, because the right roads take balls, and as I said, I don't know the right term for it, but our politicians all suffer from have-balls-o-phobia. We must all admit to that by now. It was always to pick between the better of two evils, two patsy governments at that. Even on some slave plantations, there were distinct differences that affected the lives of the enslaved a lot. There was the evil enslaver who fed his kidnappees well and even allowed them ample time to rest on a workday. On certain days, they could have fun with loved ones and forget their evil, demeaning plight for a moment. On the other hand, there were the demon leaders, especially some that were Christians, that felt obliged to apply judgment on the victims, these savages termed as savages. These Christian savages punished the innocent all day, tormenting them on behalf of the Christian God. Therefore, these kidnappees knew no peace, not even for one moment of the day. And these wicked leaders will brainwash you all day, telling you to appreciate that they do more for you than the better master do for his own slaves. That is the only difference between JLP and PNP. PNP is the only party in the world that never did a damn thing in their history, but manages to make it look like they did every damn thing. Even when the people just see the JLP do the thing, the PNP can convince them that it was not what they saw. Even when the PNP did FinSac, which is like a black poor man's economic holocaust in Jamaica, they can convince the people that they are poor, or they are for the poor and not the JLP. They will convince the people that they are for the poor and the JLP is against the poor. When it was the leadership of the JLP that made so many poor people get rich in the 90s. You see? But yet they will say they are for the poor, but the JLP is not for the poor. Well, the JLP is not for people being poor, and the PNP is for everybody to be poor for them to control. Go interview the living victims of FinSac, and I bet many will tell you that. But PNP loves the poor. that is true. A corrupt government must keep the people they exploit poor. If the PNP majority diehards were not poor, chicken back would never work and steaks are more expensive. A government that hates poverty makes the people richer. Like the JLP has proven their ability to do at least better than the PNP that does not even a little at all. This is why so many poor people were getting rich and the PNP could not take it, so they took them down. With so many people becoming middle class, they would not win a damn election because intelligent people are people that know how to create wealth and stuff like that would not be held down by the PNP, because the PNP have to hold you down in a intellectual trap in order to keep you voting for them. Enterprising people cannot be held like that. I remember as a child being told that rich and society people voted for the JLP. Yeah, that's what they said. The JLP had rich people voting for them and enterprising people. It is simply because these people were smart and enterprising, and they saw smart and enterprising in the JLP. Some of these people were not as rich as that, or as they made it out. They were middle class, even like a little man who ran a taxi first, then he bought a bus, and then he went to Juta carrying tourists. Now he owns a coaster bus and does better in life. Well, you could almost do that at will under the JLP government. There was always a way you can start from scratch and become something just by your own will. It doesn't have to depend on luck like today, or being intrinsically linked as of today, as like today having links. No, you could do it at will. Say, oh, me go hustle that taxi here, and then me go build a house. You could do that at will. Why would someone like that, an enterprising person, vote for poverty and lack? This is why they used to vote for the JLP. They were not all rich people. The JLP did not give them handouts of chicken back. They worked for all they had, but the facilities were there. The government facilitated it. The PNP destroyed the little things like the taxi, like the Higlas thing, going to Curacao, buying things, swapping coconut for clothes, and coming back to Jamaica to sell. The PNP was against that. When PJ Patterson crushed the Higlas and taxi men, even the Juta man, a door was closed for the poor to become the middle class. But they claim that the PNP loves the poor. The PNP loves when people are poor, right? So now you can't find ways to make yourself middle class at will, right? The PNP loves to have you poor so that they can manipulate you forever with chicken back and win elections. You think is your opponent, Brogad? Tell me this. No, I used to have my certificate. I said I used to have my certificate that was signed by Michael Manley as a 19-year-old. I used to. However, I am not a fool. I don't get trapped into these things like some of you youth where you are. I've been there, bro. And I do not eat out of pork barrels. I don't even eat pork. No long seed man can take me turn in a idiot, bro. Youth, I uno me attack. What do I think about Andrew Holness? I believe that at the slave level, that the people of Jamaica wishes to remain, he is the best man in the pool right now. Nearly any member on the entire JLP team could do better than all the members on the PNP team combined. Their mindset is not towards running any government, is to just be there to hold on to something and feed off. That's what they are there for. They don't care about anything intelligent or finding ways to run any country or make anything better. That's why they are like a fish out of water when it comes to making a statement. Like you see when Mark Golding is trying to say something to sound smart, how he seemed like a fish out of water. That's it. Brogad has a very good team for conventional politics, and all he has to do is keep them honest to duty. What do I think about Mark Golding? I think he will do Jamaica a favor if he goes back to his Britain with his British passport. Many Jamaicans have no shame, so I have to defend against shame for them. It's the same stupid thing that is causing mayhem in South Africa right now as we speak. Then I saw this African nation inviting a white man who they say looks like Jesus to an event in their country. And you should see how happy they are. This behavior is lower than sheepdom, lower than human even people. Look into yourself, man. When the most ignorant people in the world are coming to see the plantations for what they are, we expect Jamaicans to at least acknowledge the adverse situation we are in. Both our political parties are filled with mere white supremacist patsies, but one is more gentle than the other. Either we will remove them like Burkina Faso did, or we will vote for the better of two evils. History has proven that the PNP has never made the lives of Jamaicans half comfortable, not even for once. But yet, people cleave to the opposite of these truths, the way the Christians cling to the skirt of white Jesus. For what benefit, though? Today, as we would expect, and as history has proven, Jamaica is better than it was years ago, especially after the ravaging of 18 years under the PNP, with the man that said to open the gate and let in the pirate PJ Patterson at the helm for most of this Armageddon period for Jamaica. PJ Patterson used rhetoric and dance moves and music to speak to the sheep without having to make sense for votes. When Edward Siaga was busting his brain explaining with great accuracy how a government works and what he would propose to do, PJ would rather put on some music, dance, let them sing, feel happy, and forget about brains, while one of the comrades with the pork barrel threw out handfuls of chicken back. Big up Damian Crawford. And that was ever enough to win elections. PJ spent all those many years in power without having to make it make sense a day in his life. Whether it was FinSac or Trafigura, the PNP never had to make it make sense. And today, with Mark Golding, the PNP does the same thing. They do not have to make voting for a Bokamasa to escape the whip of Bokamasa make sense. They do not have to explain how comparing FinSac with any other scandal in the history of Jamaica makes sense. On the other hand, the fact that the JLP, even having all its faults, are not trying to justify evil acts alone. The fact they are not trying to justify the evil acts alone makes a big difference. It proves that they at least acknowledge the difference between good and evil, logic and stupidity. No economic growth has ever been under the PNP. Economic growth has always been under the JLP. How do you now justify the PNP dictating to the JLP how to fix the economy that they alone completely destroyed with FinSac? And now the JLP are succeeding at fixing it, but they are trying to string Brogad so he can fix it, right? They are trying to, I should use the word strangle. They are trying to strangle Brogad so he can fix it and give his party credit. No matter how Jamaicans will suffer for failure, the PNP party cannot afford for Jamaica to prosper by the ability of the JLP to build back the economy every time they break it down. Every time the PNP break it down, but they cannot allow the JLP to fix it, and they can fix it. They prefer the people to stop to suffer. So they keep telling all these lies, and I don't like it. And now we see where Jamaicans are anxious for some first world appeal. The JLP is in government. We remember how PNP Omar Davis used to come to Parliament exclaiming, every day was in Parliament. We no have the money, even though they took the money by FinSac. As soon as he saw a reporter, he didn't even know what that reporter was going to ask him. We no have the money. After a flooding or a police demand for more, he would say, we no have the money. When a bridge falls down, he would say, we no have the money. When a school couldn't pay the electricity bill, he would say, we no have the money. Road, water, light, everything would remain paused because of we no have the money. Then, as soon as JLP goes back into power and begin to bring these things to the people, the PNP begins to blame them for the lack of the same facilities that they didn't give or fix because they were saying, we no have the money. And people who witnessed that, it was the PNP that mashed it up and the JLP was fixing it. Yet, because the music sweet and the chicken back nice, they begin to act like they didn't know that they never had light before, road and water or anything under their PNP MP. But now they have the gall to call out JLP. And these lies and chicken back strategies are what they use. And I am embarrassed that my people keep buying into it. Shame on us. When Mark tells Bunting, ratted, the man them a fix everything Bunting. Lord gee, the man them a fix everything what we are going to do now. Bunting say, tell lie, play music, dance and give out chicken back. Crawford, him first I go jump out a tell lie, you know, about him big old salary can afford steak. So him have to eat chicken back Sunday. And the fickle mind Jamaicans believe it. Mark claimed that Britain and Jamaica are not separate sovereign states, so a man with British citizenship is not disqualified for Prime Minister. And the fickle-minded Jamaicans agree. Golding is not supposed to be here, so he needs to know his place. And Crawford needs to learn to budget him yard. He have to learn to budget his money a yard. Learn to manage his millions per year, so he can buy the entire chicken instead of only the back. Buy the whole chicken, bro, and make the person who eat the rest of the chicken near back too. Then he can think about running country. When you can do that, you can think about running country. But you only can you're gonna make some money near the rest of the chicken and you buy the back what the person want. Come on, man. I have millions. He does bad for a professed maths brain. Yeah. He does bad for a professed maths brain. Like a stocky behavior that, man. A stocky behavior that. Although I know that is a lie my lie. A lie my lie. This propaganda politics that was invented by a man who lie. Man lie. Just because they don't have anything to show, their strategy is telling lies. And I hate that for any political party. Crawford wants to blame wholeness. So he makes up a story to make it look like Brogad work them out in a parliament and pay them nothing, Bridget. Even with the millions he collect per year, he want to pretend like Brogad now pay them. Tell this man to stop coming with the tricksing thing, trying to tricks everybody every time, including his own comrades, like him think is every day a harmful day. How you fish swap Sunday steaks and mutton for chicken back and then a gripe, bro? But Sunday a chicken back me have eat. And then I look pan Brogad with bad face like a him kazi. The man a pay you, brethren. The man a pay you. We know. All the whole of we did even vex when we hear how much you get. Cause your contribution know what it. Walking around and tricksing. If it's one thing Mark Golding teach fi do good, I tell lie. We need to contact the Guinness Book of World Records fi put up as the highest political party in the world. and in history. I hate the idea of trying to qualify by being dunce, and that's what you do all day. It rubs me wrong, and that is why I could not stay around this party. When Michael Malley adopted propaganda politics, he first began to walk around complaining, propaganda, propaganda, them lie, them lie, them lie. But we knew the truth because we were the ones he was telling the lies to propagandize. He was telling us things so that we will go and spread it. That's what he was doing. And then he was telling us, propaganda, propaganda, them lie, them lie, them lie. Anytime Edward Siaga was exposing him, he did that. And then we was supposed to go now and say, propaganda, propaganda, them lie, them lie, them lie. That was his strategy. I was there. Then when the genius Eddie Siaga, being vexed about how Manley mashed up Jamaica and gave it to him to fix back, he said in his irritation, look how Jamaica was the pearl of the Caribbean and they turned it into Dranko-bead. Oh, Manley run to the comrades and said, you don't know what the white man Eddie say over so about to know. Him say uno black Jamaican a Dranko-bead. Eddie nearly have a heart attack from the effects of the lies from Manley. But when we got the message now, so we supposed to go and say, the white man fi go back a yard, fi we lead a band, yeah. Him say we a Dranko-bead. Him say black man a Dranko-bead. That's what we were supposed to go out there to do. But when Eddie come to explain the truth and expose Manley as man who lies, Manley runs to the media and screams, propaganda, propaganda, them lie, them lie, them lie. And no one bothered to listen to Siaga because Manley's voice was too loud for them to hear anything else anyway. Plus, we were supposed to run up and down all over Jamaica and say, the white man call we Dranko-bead, the white man call we Dranko-bead. Watch out, Brogad. That's the same strategy being attempted against you, although it won't work. The PNP that are applying these strategies today are kind of on the dunce side. They will not know if sugar sweet, much less how to mix drinks. Crawford doesn't know how to afford the whole chicken out of millions of dollars, right? So think about that. Same thing Mark Golding does to some youths that lack direction, and they know their chicken back is safe. Their chicken back is safe in him, so they will do anything for him. He turns them into propaganda machine, and they do not know when it crosses the border of treason against their own country. They don't even have the intelligence to realize what treason is. Mark doesn't care. It's not his country, remember? Hello? I was there, but I was no fool. Some youths never break out of this wicked cycle. Some never get smart. Pork barrel politics over Jah of Ethiopia. Ooh. Other one, yeah. Pork barrel politics. But even Rasta, them a fool. Them a fool even Rasta. Back in the days, Joshua ain't greater than Selassie. Enough Rasta said Joshua over Selassie, and now a mark of England over Jah of Ethiopia. Rasta man, they looking at the pork barrel and quarrel say, how come is pork barrel and them no see no Trenton in there? All them see is I'll pan chicken back. That's all them see. Them see the chicken back with the I'll pan. And that no highly like pork fat. Highly like a coconut oil or highly weed. Too many people get caught in this insanity, bro. Rasta man a run down Bucky Mass of the chicken back, Jaja. Ja, you see that? Yes, the people would be hungry at the PNPs. We no got the money rhetoric, including hungry civil servants, and they would plan to vote out the PNP, but PJ Partisan would simply laugh at them. knowing how fickle the Jamaican cranium was. He would call the election, play some music, drowning out Siaga's intelligent explanations. Then PJ would start a dance and hype while someone chose some chicken back out of the pork barrel. The people would be so damn happy, and he would not have to make it make sense. The cycle would continue. Then, after the country got what the end up gets, a donkey length for donkey ears, JLP would have to come and fix it again. This is what Jamaican history has been, and it is the truth. And take it for a man where we get Michael Manley's signature. And a Michael me attack about too, because I not life in no man who don't know me already. No long seed man now fool me. And then they would not get time to even allow for the growth it would bring if continued. I mean, as the jail we fix it, they wouldn't give them no time to make the growth continue. A pure one term them did again. At Jamaica history that you. The PNP no no time for run no country, them only did it for load. So when the JLP go fix it, them have it for load. Brethren, we need a national debate on this. Me not talk like no man when they in some foreign country and they abroad they talk on media. Or no man when never see or no. That does two certain things me not want to talk, bro. Them would even give the JLP time to make nothing grow. Then know, then deliberate. And sometimes you hear some word out of some politician. Hey, politician rob me, you know, bro. Me serious, you know. BMP, PNP, man, them. JLP governments were given only one term. We are at that same pivotal point at this moment. The country would continue to grow after the parties changed power. If not only one party was working, only one party worked for Jamaica, Virgin. Every time that a Jamaica history, bro. We can have the debate and look for the facts them and prove it. Bring out all the man them have little intelligence and put one forum on TVG and see if me wrong. Not because I never go get my bachelor's, my doctor, my master's. Sorry, my master's. We don't know. Sure. JLP goes in. Something good starts. PNP goes in and inducts it up, and JLP goes back to start at or below square one again. Today, the same thing continues, I say. The JLP has fixed it right now, and it is obvious. Man, all boast about money, they stroll around and say, we got the money, we got the money, we got the money, wow, no one. And that they happen now, you know. Big up yourself, Nigel, the Clarks, but now they want time to put it to the next level. But PNP can't wait. Them ready for finsack it, bro. Crawford had a choice between chicken back and steaks or lamb chops, but he chose chicken back. Jamaica has a choice between gold spoon and silver spoon. Omar Davis, the PNP world-class cataclysmic finance, finsack minister, did fling where the gold and give them the silver spoon. With the help of Mark Golden, the man one of it there, of course. Now the same choice come back. Better not listen to Damian Crawford, because you don't know the man what choose chicken back. You must realize that gold is better than silver. If you give a PNP finance man $1 million to buy a juicy beef patty, big up juicy beef. Now, if you give that PNP finance man the million to buy the juicy beef patty, he would look at the little patty and say, we no have the money. But tell me, where on earth the million gone then? Have you thought about that, people? Brogad a kick up Clarks in a year. A kick up Clarks in a year like hell and still have enough money to buy donkey, fix road and put on roof. Bro, who is the better leader? It's a no-brainer. JLP do it this time. People don't need handouts like that. Me say people don't need handouts like that. Enough of them youth you only need a half a acre piece of land and you see what them do with it. So now, it's Nigel Clark's time. Brogad love Clarks, you know. So he got one for a finance minister. I give Cartel kudos for that one. Yeah, big up Cartel. Clarks is way better than old time batter bouncer, which reminds me of the PNP caveman strategies. Lickle up yourself, Omar Davis. Because we no respect no long seed, man. We no respect as a person, we target like it is. If you give Nigel Clark $1 million to buy a juicy beef patty, he will say, we have money to buy the juicy beef patty, steaks, mutton, and chicken back for Crawford. Because of that him want, you know. We have an emergency amount put away over there and a little bit over here. And Brogad said he hide some under the bed, so looking at the pair of Clarks. That's a big difference, bro. But when hurricane come and mash up everything, the prestige Clarks come up and say, we have the money with extra to fix it and leave extra. When police and civil servants decided that they needed more, the prestige Clarks come out and say, we have the money with extra and we are going to build some hospitals, raise some pays, and build a smart police station, the first of many. Although the other police, them must are jealous by now. Jano, me just pass the station and it look nice. Believe me, this is not even a joke, but even the police, them over the station, they look blingish in comparison. They look rich. And now I tell you no lie, I swear they look rich. They just look one shine, blingishness just look pan them. You know when you see rich people, you know them as so they look. And this teaches me something about society and human nature. How to improve our conditions by doing simple things that don't seem like much. It don't seem like much, but it just do so much. Like sometimes you just look pan somebody and you see a star. And not just the simple things what them do right. Nigel's extra money is working. If he sends me some of the money, I would send him an extra money finance minister t-shirt. He is the very first of his kind in Jamaica. I go repeat that. He is the very first of his kind in Jamaica. Who on earth expected this from a Jamaican finance minister? And I am loving it. We don't need back the we no have no money crew. No sirree. If any fan is listening, send Nigel Clark an extra money finance minister t-shirt with put his face on it and send extra money finance minister, because we never ever have seen it in Jamaica, and it is good to be here. He is a pioneer and pioneers deserve the accolades. This would not be possible without proper fiscal management. I hope me make the right word them, because remember, me not have no masters. When Brogad left his house to tour after the hurricane, he went with a huge red sack and a red hat on his head like it was Christmas. I saw people with their roofs gone singing, Santa Claus is coming to town. When Mark Golding and the We No Have the Money crew went around the island with them two long hands, they were singing, say, we no have the money, so call Brogad. How things that money if it done so easy, man? What does the Jamaican people prefer? The no money or the money? I don't know why people can't think straight. I want Brogad about the heap of fluoride he is allowing Jamaicans to intake. But he is running around kicking up his Clark's booty and not listening. Maybe because I am wearing Levi's straws. Put fun and jokes aside. If Andrew Holness remains Prime Minister without too much pulling on his hair, he will, you hear me? Will. You know, say me not said nothing and appearing on no face. He will be the lucky one to preside over a good and proud period for Jamaica. When I did that video alluding to someone I saw in my spirit who dreamt about becoming a League One U of sorts and who seemed to have been studying League One, I was talking about Andrew Holness. He was the pioneer that I saw. That's why I cuss him so much, because of his plantation mindset faults. It was after that I began to cuss him all day, which it seems like they all have this plantation mindset. And I hated to see it in someone who has a certain The word legacy came to mind. It's not legacy, but use the word legacy because of a certain reason. We have the opportunity to make this thing grow for once. Send home Marky British and let the PNP sit down, behave themselves, and learn how to run a country and not a pirate crew. Talking about fly the gate and let in the pirate, fly the gate and let in the pirate. Let them sit down for another 10 years and look at the blackboard. Nigella teach, Jamaica want the money. And for your information, we don't want no pirate over here. But many idiot Jamaicans look at gold spoon and say, what are we going to do with gold? If gold, we no want no damn gold, give us silver. Maybe I'll capato. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Peace out.